2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And this evening's matchup, I guess we don't expect a lot of scoring. Got two lockdown defenses here. Kenny, what makes these two teams so difficult to score against?
Oh, aggressive mindset and taking care of the defensive boards.
Well, you also got to have great athletes and a willingness to help each other.
That's good. I almost said that. I
know you did. I almost said what you said.
No doubt.
That's going to wrap it up from here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later on.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Spurs, and that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
You know what? They were awful offensively. Labored to score on any level.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. And James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Hakeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups, but that was different. Those were the big man battles.
Yes.
I miss those days.
I do too. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Bogdanovich out there with Williams. And it's Turner in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting hand for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
And Tristan Thompson remains a relatively poor shooter, free throws and otherwise. He's tried to add a 15-footer, Smitty, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
And I think he's probably better off just staying around the rim. The kind of rebounder he is, sometimes you just have to play to your strengths.
The kick out to LeBron. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Rose. Now the dish to Love. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. 6 to shoot. Rose. Not enough on that one as it misses. So it's the Pacers now. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
They love mixing it up with the opponent and drawing contact, which is why they seized the momentum and edge in that game.
And Marvin Williams for a long while had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who is stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Goes back up. Love outside. Now the pass to Rose. Right side, Thomas. Beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for Thomas. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Bogdanovich kicks to Oladipo. Over Rose. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
That doesn't go either for Rose. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Oladipo dishes to Turner. Outside, Bogdanovich. And no good. Good D from Love. LeBron against Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Thompson, a screen on Bogdanovich. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to LeBron. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Cleveland.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
And Oladipo kicks to Williams. They set the pick. Back to Oladipo. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Thompson passes to James. And the wide open shot from Rose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Tristan Thompson, #1.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific sense and touch around the basket. He just finds ways to convert low post opportunities.
Fires it up. The shot by Turner, no good.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Thomas kicks to James. Over Bogdanovich with the tip. And Love with his second chance points. Love's got his first points of the night.
Well, he's not just lurking for threes. Kevin Love also dangerous on the glass.
Pacers leading by 3. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Collison. He's around 14 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And Steve, so many star players get credit for their offensive game. LeBron James is just as much a factor on the other end of the floor at the defensive end.
Yeah, on that end, he's incredibly versatile. He can guard 1 through 5. He said that his chase down block of Iguodala in the 2016 finals was the defining play of his career. Obviously, he takes tremendous pride in his defensive game.
And the first one at the line is good. So many things you could single out about the game of LeBron James, but Steve, his finishing is absolutely amazing.
I totally agree. A guy that can go both ways with both hands, not just a dunker. He has great touch around the rim, the ability to play through contact. He has collected more and ones over his career than any of his contemporaries.
Now here's Jefferson. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. The kick out to Collison. With the floater, and Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Oladipo for three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Oladipo's got 5. The Cavaliers trail by 4. James with it. This game he had 28 points. Thompson, a screen on Bogdanovich. LeBron dishes to Thomas. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Cleveland. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, Indiana. They're down in 7th place.
And seeing where Indiana is, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
He also is one of the most skilled finishers in the league. Yet another spectacular play.
Cavaliers trailing. Over in the corner, Rose. The screen from Thompson. Rose kicks to Thomas.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Now here's Rose. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And James gets it to go on the assist by Rose. He has 5.
You know, LeBron's three-pointer has come and gone throughout his career. When he's hitting, good luck.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Williams. Here's Jefferson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Cleveland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Taken away by Williams. Thomas against Collison. And stolen by Thomas. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. James has got 7 points.
In a class by himself, no one matches up with LeBron in transition.
Oladipo dishes to Jefferson. Outside Collison. Jefferson setting the pick for Bogdanovich to stop the run. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Jay Crowder's checked in for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Rose. Then for the Pacers, Young comes in for Marvin Williams. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Darren Collison. On its way from Oladipo for 2. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Anytime you can seize control of the rebounding advantage, you are in great shape to win any game in this league.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Jefferson, a screen on Crowder. Shots good from Young.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
James outside. And it's Wade in the corner. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Dwayne Wade has been working to improve that three-point shot. He knows that's a key to aging gracefully.
Stevenson, a screen on Thomas. And Oladipo kicks to Stevenson. Banked in off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat. And Cavaliers fans have to be pleased with what the team got in exchange for Kyrie Irving. An all-star in Isaiah Thomas, a two-way starter in Crowder, and some talent for the future. I think they did well.
Clock at 6. Here's Thompson. The baseline J off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's slammed in by Stevenson.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover. And the Cavs stuck to their guns in the trade negotiation. They wanted that 2018 draft pick, which is coming from the Nets. You never know what happens with LeBron this upcoming offseason. They got talent and depth to win now, but also a plan B if they need to rebuild.
No good from Wade.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Stevenson kicks to Oladipo. Jefferson setting the pick for Oladipo. Bogdanovich wide open. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Thompson, a screen on Bogdanovich. James against Bogdanovich. That one goes. Count it. And that's now 9 points for LeBron.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
Stevenson kicks to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich sets the pick for Oladipo over Thomas. It doesn't go for him. So Cleveland will take it the other way. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. LeBron's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
LeBron kicks to Thomas. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Jefferson. Thompson passes to Wade. But he gets it back. Feeds it to Crowder. Passes to Thompson. Outside for Thomas. And another shot. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thomas got his first bucket of the night.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Stevenson. LeBron against Bogdanovich. Back to Stevenson. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And in for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
This is a terrific lead pass.
Stevenson kicks to Oladipo. Here's Bogdanovich, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night. James with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's on Al Jefferson.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. And Robinson III comes in for... He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Cavaliers leading. Now Wade. They set the pick. Shot off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Wade's got 5.
And all it takes is a half a step off a screen for Wade to bury a chance. Love the way he comes off picks.
Here's Stevenson. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to then get.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Sabonis and Turner, the young big man up front. Victor Oladipo is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Wade against Oladipo. Wade kicks the Fry. Stevenson outside. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Crowder goes in. Here's the break. Fry, good.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And Channing Frye may be the best floor spacer in the league at the center position. His release is quick, and he's got that nice high release.
The shot's good from Smith.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pacers trail by 4. Outside Robinson. Excellent D from Wade.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
And it's good for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Stevenson kicks to Oladipo. Robinson with it. Wade picks him up. And the rejection by Smith. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And let's review some numbers for Turner. He's getting around 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Dwayne Wade. And a change for the Pacers. Collison's out there. Outside Rose. Smith against Robinson. Stolen by Robinson. Outside Collison. There's the feed to Robinson. Here's the floater. Shumpert with some nice deep. The Cavaliers leading by 4. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Collison. And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
For Indiana, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Sabonis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside Turner unloads. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Green. Down low. And Fry kicks to Rose. That 3 off the mark. Pacers trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Collison with a screen on Green. Turner with the screen. Pass to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
A little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Rose dishes to Smith. Yes, and It's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's a 9-point Cavalier lead. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rose against Collison. And the rejection by Smith. And here is Fromm. Outside, Green. Dishes it to Shumpert. In the corner, Smith with it. Out to Shumpert. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Rose, good.
Sometimes Derrick Rose is usually hit or miss, but when he's on, look out.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. You know, Smitty, most players love to create with the ball in their hands, but you can create off the ball too. Who do you think's the best at moving off the ball right now?
I think the best is Klay Thompson right now. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles to get you 60, Kevin. Other guys, J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver, Dwayne Wade, even Father Time hasn't caught up with Dwayne Wade. He's doing a nice job playing without the basketball.
Terrific names you rattle off right there. Now here's Rose. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Rose. Love against Turner. Shoots. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Robinson kicks to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Oh, no question he does. I just think he likes to keep the fans guessing.
Now here's Love, and it's going to be a 3-second call. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. The Cavaliers, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
There's a screen by Robinson. Unloads from 13. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
A real easy call. I know you want to attack the glass, generate second chance opportunities, but you also have to pick your spots.
Rose gets the bucket.
They've settled into a the second.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. There's a screen. And Williams, here we go. Turner with a screen for Robinson. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rose passes to Green. Green with a screen on Collison. Here's Rose. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Rose has got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Collison kicks to Robinson. On the wing, Williams, covered by Smith. The offensive rebound. Robinson misses.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Love. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the miss by Kevin Love. They double him with Love. The kick out to Collison. And the lead is down inside single digits. Collison's got 5.
Trying to produce quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Cleveland moving it around. Rose in the post. He's covered by Collison. Rose, no good. Pass to Sabonis. Collison kicks to Turner. Here's Sabonis. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Then for the Pacers, Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Young is subbed in for Sabonis. Williams a screen, and for 3, Collison. They get it back. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Indiana with a change here, too. Bogdanovich is checked in for Robinson. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Love with the screen on Collison. Thomas. Another shot. Williams with the block. Thomas against Collison. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Smith against Williams. Smith kicks to Thomas. That time on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Crowder comes in for Smith, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Carter. Pacers trail by 10. Collison kicks to Young. Collison with the screen for Young. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Now, here's Thomas. He dishes it to Love. Pacers with the rebound.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Williams, that's good.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Love against Young. Love dishes to Crowder. Thomas up top. He's covered by Collison. Thomas passes to Crowder. 5 to shoot. Back to Thomas. Lead from outside. A rebound by Young. Pacers trail by 6. Kicks to Young, and Young with the stuff.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside Thomas. In the corner, Crowder with it. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. Indiana's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Young outside. Screen by Jefferson. And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
Here's Thomas. Williams with the block. He kicks to Collison. Back to Williams. From downtown. Here's Jefferson. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Cleveland. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first.
You know, Tyronn Lue, a 2-time champion as a player with the Lakers, that understanding of what it takes to win it all has laid the foundation for his coaching career.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Pacers. Victor Oladipo comes in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Thomas. Wade outside. Outside for Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Thomas got 5. And Tyronn Lue talked about his breadth of experience as a player. He said, I won titles. I also played in the worst team in the league. I've done it all.
Also, Kevin, to add to that, he's been a starter. He's been a bench player. He's missed time with injuries. That helps when he's trying to relate to his players because he's been there and he's been through everything and whatever they're going through.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. And it's LeBron in for Kevin Love. Now here's James. He's got 10. They set the pick. Goes up off.
Way up there. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
The dish to Bogdanovich. In time, but it's no good. And so it's Cleveland. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot, I got to take my suit off.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the rest of the crew.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My wife and I toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Pacers trail by 9. The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Rose is out there with Thomas, and it's Thompson in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now, here's Oladipo. There's a screen by Williams, and that's a...
Man, let's see the stat sheet here on Victor Oladipo. His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Bogdanovich with it. Now Thomas defending. Bogdanovich against Thomas. Bogdanovich, no luck. Cleveland leading by 9. Love with the screen on Bogdanovich. James kicks to Love. And the pass to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Thomas. He feeds it to Thompson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Refining his skill set inside. You see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Now here's Turner. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Yeah, that's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency.
Offensive rebound. Here's LeBron. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. James has got 14.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball.
Oladipo sets the screen for Bogdanovic. He took good advantage of that screen.
Yeah, Bogdanovic, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
Outside Thomas, over Collison, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Now here's Williams, 11 points in the game. Now here's Oladipo, and Thompson sends it back.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Over in the corner, Rose drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 12.
Keeping his head on a switch.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Well, it is something that every NBA player has and usually comes into the league with. So, Smitty, what was your free throw ritual and how did you come about it?
Well, I think one for me, I have my mom and sister tattoo on my arm, so I used to hold those two and just to say hi to them. And then next, I had to take my hands and wipe the sweat to make sure I could get a grip on the basketball. Then take a deep breath. And then over and over, I would just talk about my high school, Michigan State, my neighborhood, and the ritual in my mind, and then take the free throw. So that was the things I did. A lot of guys, especially Karl Malone, I always wanted to know what was he saying, because he was talking to himself out loud but not really saying anything.
Well, routine is what coaches always kind of prompt young players to get into, right, when they get to the line?
Yeah, for sure. And I know one time, Kevin, I always looked for that nail at the free throw line, and I couldn't find it, and it seemed like it threw me off. They're dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Pacers trail by 13. Collison kicks to Bogdanovic. Turner with the screen. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. Second chance effort, and Thompson sends it back. Down low, here's Rose. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Collison from the arc. Indiana again missing. Feeds to Thomas. And here's Rose outside. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Collison with it. Now Thomas defending. Shots good by Turner. The Cavaliers leading by 13. James with it. He's got 16. To the left side wing. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Not going to go that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Oladipo outside. With it. Williams, a screen on Love. Off the screen. And that one comes up a bit short. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. In the corner, it's James. Outside Thomas. This one for 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Thomas. The Pacers also with a sub. Robinson's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Robinson. James dishes to Rose. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Love outside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Love's got 5.
He's made that three-point shot a staple in his arsenal. You can't sag off Kevin Love.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Mon Shumpert has come in for James. Indiana also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Now here's Rose. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Collison against Rose. Left side, Collison. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out. The putback. Rose with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 16. Smith right side. Outside Rose. Looking to end his cold spell. And he sinks the layup. Rose has got 7 now in this quarter.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot by Turner no good. 4 since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Stolen by Stevenson. Passes it to Sabonis. Crowder with the steal. Now Rose. 16 points for him. And there's the feed to Crowder. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. They set the pick. Here's Stevenson to stop the drought. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And a look here at the shot chart for LeBron.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times. Because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Young's checked in for Miles Turner. And Smitty, as an NBA player, you got to travel all over the country and see just about every major metro area in the nation. When you were playing, you were doing all that traveling, which city did you always look forward to playing in the most?
You know, Kevin, I thought it was Miami when I left Miami because I had the friends. And let me be honest, the weather and getting a chance to go back to the restaurant. But I think the energy and the basketball knowledge of the fans just walking around is New York. At a deli, all around the city of New York, and then playing in the Mecca. New York was my favorite place.
And they made you feel appreciated there, whether they despised you because you were good and were going to hurt the Knicks, or you were playing for New York and they could cheer you on. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The one thing they did, Kevin, like you said, playing well or not, or rooting for you or not, they always told you the truth.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Collison. He has 5. Robinson, that's good. Here's Rose. Pass to Love. To the paint. Here's
did you see that? Showing off big-time athleticism. JR is telling us he wants to be in a dunk contest.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. And stolen by Love. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Shumpert's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D. Takes it himself uncontested.
Robinson down low. Guarded by Shumpert. Robinson misses. Here's Rose. 16 to the middle. Here's Crowder. Here's Love. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Kevin Love has feasted on the open looks he gets in Cleveland. He's become a high-volume three-point shooter.
And over the course of his career, Kevin Love has made a steady increase in his number of three-point attempts.
His rookie season, can you believe it? He made just 2 triples the whole season. Now he makes over 2 a game, and for a power forward, his jump shot is pretty.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Dwayne Wade comes in for Shumpert, and it's Carter in for Derrick Rose.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Stevenson. Averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. Stevenson against Carter. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Fry. Wade kicks to Fry. The kick out to Crowder. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
Smith the pass to Crowder. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Carter dishes to Wade. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Wade's got 7 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Young kicks to Collison. Fry's got his 5th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stevenson against Carter. The Pacers have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
Lance Stevenson. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Indiana. He doesn't get the second one. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice maintaining that intensity level.
Thomas kicks to Carter. Wade passes to Fry. Back to Wade. Takes the 3. Missed. And so it's Cleveland, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And we're getting a story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Cavaliers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Young is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Leaf in at the 4. Thomas, no good.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Here's Utah. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect.
And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time, is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Here's Jefferson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, the job he does inside, just phenomenal. Jefferson can make defenders look silly when he's in the post. That's how good his moves are.
Now here's Thomas. Dishes it to Fry. Young with the steal. They set the pick. Pass to Oladipo. Out to the right wing. And Jefferson throws.
Classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Thomas. And another miss by Cleveland. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Young kicks to Utah. Screened by Young. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule. Do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You hear people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Young against Thomas. Looking to get it going, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal. At the line for your Cavaliers, Isaiah Thomas.
The first one falls. On the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But the teams are allowed to play zone. I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
Offensive rebound.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Again, Young missing.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Thomas against Young. Ring shot on the way. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Utah, headed by Green. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Outside Thomas. Carter kicks to Fry. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Green. And the 3 ball is good. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. The Pacers also with a sub. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jefferson. Shumpert against Young. Shumpert dishes to Carter. And here's Young, expanding his range. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Now, here's Fry. He's tightly guarded. Shumpert, no good. The Pacers shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Shot to end this cold run. That one goes in.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Over in the corner, Green. Carter on the wing. And there's the pass to Zizic. Outside Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Rose, he's checked in for Zizic. The Pacers also with a sub. Robinson's checked in. Now here's Shumpert. Kicks it to Carter. Outside Rose. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one. Indiana's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Young. Got a piece of it. Rose passes to Carter. Outside, Green. Green, the screen. Rose kicks to Shumpert. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Shumpert's gone 2 for 3 from deep. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need
to the wing. Shumpert against Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Young with the ball. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way. I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Outside Rose. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Young, right side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
On the wing, Green. Rose up on top. Defended by Young. Pulls from the top of the key. Bucket is good. 21 points for Derrick Rose.
Each possession, more confidence from Derrick Rose. He wants the basketball. He's starting to knock him down.
Here's Utah. In the corner, it's Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Rose kicks to Fry. Outside Rose. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the fifth option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer. Great positioning on the putbacks.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
He dishes it to Carter. There's the pick. Shot off the screen and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thomas is checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Jefferson's checked in for Leaf.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
A very solid win indeed. When you check out the box, there were some great numbers for Derrick Rose.
When we look back and we think about key takeaways from tonight's game, his leadership really stands out. Controlling the pace, keeping everyone involved, and he made this offense sing.
58 seconds left in the fourth. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Indiana.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Now, here's Thomas. On the wing, Green. Back to Thomas. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Pacers, Al Jefferson.
And both free throws good for Jefferson. And so it's Cleveland with it. Outside, Green. He kicks it to Shumpert. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.